Okay, I'm here to show you a quick demonstration of the Copperworks application. I just opened it from my iPad Pro screen. It immediately populates to the map of our area. All these pins on here represent people. The blue pins represent people. The dark blue pins are offices. The orange pins are projects. So as you zoom in on the map, the clusters of pins separate, and these are actual employees, past, present, or future, and their residence, where they live in proximity to a job. The letters inside the pin represent their trade: finishers, operators, laborers, carpenters, so on. So if I were to tap on a pin, that individual's name would come up. Robert Freeland here shows you where he lives. You can zoom right in on his domicile, and we can look at his information, any history for text messages we've sent him, notes if we wanted to add some notes, details. We can edit his information. It says here he is a laborer apprentice, lives in St. John's, Michigan. So we can get all that information just from there. From this, we can also send him a message that comes from the Copperworks application. We can type a custom message if we like, or there are several canned responses: job assignment, welcome to, you've been assigned, cancel, so on and so forth. So that's the individual. If we know that there's an individual in here, which is a big database, we can search for that person. Just see, we want to find this individual, and okay, there they are. Same thing. We can send them a message if we'd like, cancel that search, or anything we want. So you can see on the left, there's a list of projects. We can collapse that menu. There's a list of personnel. We can collapse that, and our offices. All on the map, interactive. We can search a job. We can search an individual. There's a job, striker. Another job. We can zoom in on that. We can see just how many people live close by to that job. Okay, that is the map function, the basics of it, how it works, what it looks like, what you're looking at there. If we click this bar up in the top right hand corner up here, it'll open up any activity we have. This is assignments that I've made. We can create a project, personnel, office, or equipment that could be added to the application. We can look at the history of everyone or me, and the project management page. So on this page, we're looking at all of our different jobs, and on the left is a list of jobs. At the bottom, there's a list of our employees. So if I were to click on a job, in the main field here, you see all the individuals on that job. So if we are adding someone to the job, we can tap them from the bar, drag them up, and drop them onto the job. And vice versa. We can take them and drop them off the job, so they can be reassigned to another job, or they just sit in the bench. Once we have the roster for the particular job set up, we can send an SMS message, and we can contact all of these individuals at once, again, either with a custom message or a canned response, general notification for training, job reassignment if we're reassigning everyone from the job, or a weather alert if we have to cancel work for the day. We can contact anybody, everybody all at once. So that's that page. Project management makes things very easy. So another feature, and this is probably one of the most useful things, is when we click on a project, we can actually set a radius and see just how many people live inside that radius. So you know what your workforce is in close proximity to the project. The radius right now is set for 10 miles. You can see that in the bottom right hand corner down at the bottom toolbar. It says 10M, that's 10 miles. There's 37 employees living inside of that, and they're in order from distance from the project. You can change that radius to include as many people as you'd like to see, depending on how many people are in your database. So that's what the radius looks like. I'm going to turn that off. Close that, close that. Now we're looking at everybody, every employee that we have in the application at the moment. So if we want to sort this, we just want to look at personnel. And we're going to sort it by trade. Let's just say we want to look for laborers who are currently not working for us. Now that's all that we have on the map. All the other personnel are gone. So now if we're really recruiting for laborers for this particular project, we can turn on that radius, and that's all we're looking at. So we've got 6 laborers that aren't working for us currently that live within a 10-mile radius of that project. And if we're recruiting more than just 6 laborers, we can just expand that radius to, let's just go 50 miles. We'll say approximately a 1-hour drive from that job. And we've got 396 laborers who aren't currently working for someone else or laid off that live within an hour of that project. And that's a recruiting basis right there. So that's pretty much the basis of the application. There's other functions, and we're still developing more tools to add to this, but that's really the meat and potatoes of the CopperWorks application and how it's used.